Greetings, traveler.
Hello, hello. We are going to cast the NA versus China tournament. Unfortunately, I wasn't home in time today, cast the live. So I am going to catch up on the VOD. All right. Jeef with the full reroll. Oh, is that second nature? Is that second hero power? Or which one is that? Or is that the second buddy? It's a third buddy. Oh, okay. See, that's how often I get that. Like, that must have not been available for a long time. All right, we have Tess in a lobby with Zarek. That's already pretty insane. Tathlon as well. We have a freeze here, which probably means he wants to stay on tier 1 and use all this economy that he's got available here. But this is a bit of a weird one, because you kind of want to play Busker now and then a 5 gold next turn for the spell, but the 2-1 makes a spell 1 gold. So you could also just, yeah, you could start with that one. And then next turn you could cast the spell on the Busker. That actually is very clean. I like that. Jeef holding. That makes sense as well. Voon was not expecting a win there. Sire. Don't think I saw Sire's quest. Okay, we have the switching hero power one. And we need to attack 12 times, I think. Yeah, he's considering staying with the Busker to next turn, level by, just to get some more attacks in. But you'd have to start with Busker here, though. Okay, he's not going to freeze the pair. He plays the guy because then he can put banana on it. Makes sense. Keep getting the tie with his money start. It's an Ellie Pirate Murloc lobby. Oh, wow. That's a lot of money, chat. I'm pretty sure we're buying the damage coin here, right? It's kind of awkward otherwise. Yep. Yeah, double buy is fair. I feel like it's always baller though, right? I don't think we're really thinking about much there. Considering playing the minion, I don't think it matters. Dog's playing Curator and has a lot of money here. Wait, what did Dog do? I'm gonna pause that for a second. He spent 2 gold, but nothing is gone from the shop. Oh, he bought the money and rolled. Okay, understandable. He bought the money and rolled. So he didn't want to go 3-on-3 because then he has to sell a 2-5 or his Curator minion. Holy money. Wait, is that a tier 3 Voon buddy that he was able to get? That's insane. Oh, it's still tier 2? Wait, was that... What happened here? Is this buddy buffed again? Is it tier 2 again? Or is this a different patch that they're playing on? Because you are not supposed to be able to copy the Voon buddy anymore. It's supposed to be a tier 3, right? Or was that just changed? I feel like I'm behind here, chat. Either way, that's an insane start for Voon. Being able to copy the buddy is crazy strong. Now, anything he buys next turn, he can triple. It was tier 2, tier 3, tier 2. Okay, they buffed it back to tier 2 last week. I'm so small. Yeah, that's because they're gonna do all kinds of mixed POVs, and it's kind of awkward if I'm big, then I'm gonna block stuff. So I'm making a lot smaller on this for the tournament casting. So I think it's Voon right now that we're gonna be on the lookout for. But Waterloo is Tess stealing some stuff, and obviously Jeef being Jeef, right? That's the cool thing about these tournaments. They're all so strong. Wait, is Jeef 4-on-4? Classic Jeef. Tournament Giga Chad, bro. First game of this insane tournament, he's 4-on-4. And he's kind of getting away with it, right? Because he got Vine Climber here. Pretty silly. Now, we're not going to stay and watch. Okay. That makes sense. He was like, Jeef, you're taking too long, bro. The scope is strong, but so is Azerite. Armor's kind of funny, too. I think you just... Yeah, it's not armor. It's too early. Yeah, lots of economy for the Millhouse with the buddy being cheaper. Yeah. See, it is the cool thing here. I guess you just beacon, right? Yeah, if you hit an Ellie here, it's so good. He could hold Drakaseth and play it next turn for Vine. Unless there's like a specific... Okay, he's just gonna play it. Oh no, he's gonna grab the Ellie now. Oh, that's huge. Okay, yeah, he's just gonna triple sell. That makes sense. Alright, we're gonna go for a modest Salamental triple, but because the extra Salamental in the shop, it's actually 2 triples. So Voon can grab 2 5-drops here, and then use his hero power to triple again. Very curious that Voon went back to 2. But I guess I understand the design philosophy. It's just, it might be too strong, but if you make it really weak, it's unfun. And maybe Voon at tier 3 was just unfun. So you'd rather just have more strong heroes. No, this is not Jeef. Jeef would have loved that genie. So we see a pretty late Tathalon buddy here. I don't think we hate going in on that time spell. He's taking it now, right? Yeah, he's not holding. It's always a bit weird when you have full gold and then you have to sell like you're gonna float a gold. Hey Celestlong, good morning. He's got his hero power triggering now, so he could just get double beacon. He would have loved to have seen Bran here, right? That would have been amazing. Is it supposed to be 0 sound? Yes, yes. This is the Chinese stream, right? So I'm gonna turn it on. We're gonna hear the casters. Yeah, I can't have the sound. Lime going in with the juggler. So he's kind of healthy, but he's not really cooking yet, right? Like if you compare that to what we're seeing Voon do or what we're seeing Jeef set up, it's that's a tougher one. All right, he's gonna trade 1 minion here for his buddy or the whelp. Yeah, I don't think I love going for whelp here. I don't like the spot for Lime, like just not sexy enough really. Where can we watch this? Right here, baby. This is on Hoya. It's like the Chinese equivalent of Twitch. But they were kind enough to have a Twitch feed for us as well. But if you want to watch the official casting, it's in Chinese. I would say that last time with the EU versus... oh, he's not going to get his quest. He's not going to attack. Last time with the EU versus China, my stream was somewhat English official stream, where it's not official at all, but that's the goal that I had, to just provide that for the English speaking community. Waterloo took the Zarek buddy. Yeah, that's really nice. Tessa's just such a good buddy. Oh, we can't see the discovery. Bit annoying. I guess we just have to see it pop out. Only XUN? No, someone else, but I think Lakshia is. I actually have never spoken to him, but XQN suggested that he came along, so. Oh, nice, nice, nice. So Voon is going to miss a lot of scaling this turn to make a Golden Master straight away. That does make sense. And then next turn he can Golden Buddy and trigger again. Will this be uploaded as a video? It will be a VOD on YouTube and Twitch. And probably a video, yes. This is at 5 AM EU time, CET. So tomorrow, be at 5 AM. Yeah, Sliders dropping that high YouTube during the game was amazing. Alright, so we are taking some damage here. But it is for a good cause. Alright. Yeah, straight up. Yeah, he gets an extra buddy here because he had copied his Voon buddy. So that's why he has 4 right now instead of just the normal 3. Caligos buffs the elemental dragon, so it's an easy way to get some value. Okay, pretty easy Rogers over mycologist for him. That's cool to see. Ooh, buy that first? Really? Are we not playing Rogers? That makes me feel a little weird about this. Oh right, he can buddy again. Right. Alright, it won't triple, it's just golden. Yeah, he has to sell it. Oh yeah, of course, I'm stupid. He's gonna copy Rogers. Of course he's gonna copy Rogers. Yeah, my brain is lagging, Chad. Please forgive. Okay, he's just gonna play as many as he can here. Just to get some master procs. Yeah. And then he can even steal and drop whatever he steals. Perfect. Yeah, the Roger is now going to... So this is actually a really cool play by the Voon. The Voon is going tempo with the master, and then he's just gonna have infinite money Rogers. in a game like this versus such strong opponents, that's pretty silly to be able to go like such high APM. Or so greedy, I guess. Going a bunch of Rogers. Alright, so Dog is below damage cap here. Dog is definitely just trying to tag along as possible. He's not really trying to win the game anymore. Just some stuff happened and now he's in this spot. Here we go. Golden Rogers. He's trying to figure out whether he has to copy it again, right? With both buddies. Like, nah. Oh, wow. Getting the sandstone triple. This is... Ooh. Oh, we're going with that? Okay. So he values the... Oh, wow. He's not valuing the spell power at all here. It's because he's got Rogers, right? So if we make our bounties have higher spell power, that's a very normal way of playing Rogers. But it seems like he wants the dragon to play spells instead. And he took the other Murloc instead of the one that gives you spell power. Huh. And those were like very fast decisions as well. Jeef has 2 golden lavas. Oh my god, Jeef. Bro, what is he cooking here? Another one! Wait, you don't want that on the board, right? You do? Wait, is that... Wait, why? Why not sell first? Did he not have hand space? Okay, whatever. I actually don't even want to overanalyze this. I think you could have like had 2 first, right? But maybe he feels like he has no time. Maybe he's just like... It's not you know... Essentially, I don't want to bother with it. But that is such a crazy setup, bro. You know, an Ascendant wouldn't be horrible with this. The Golden Vine makes the Avalanche really, really nice. Then you can have Murkai, because Murkai triggers non-Murlocs again. We're selling something for Murkai, or we're just not caring? Yeah, we're selling something for Murkai. Okay. Ooh. A lot of Master procs gone by cutting Smuggler. Yeah, but he's not really playing Master anymore, right? He has a better comp. He has Pirates. So, like, you don't have to focus solely on Master, because you just get poison scammed, right? Yeah. You can see here, Dog coming in with the scam. It looks like he's got a win or a tie, right? Yeah. Voon being on 14 here, double Golden Rogers. I think we're out of our Voon buddy now, yeah. So he's just going to... he's going to keep the Master and the Sandstone and just play a bunch of cards with the Dragon. So he's taking that Dragon instead of Fellfire. Oh, that's a lot of spells. Evoker buffs itself now, right? That's not bad. There's a Mutinous available should he want to, but... Yeah, I gotta swap that. So he's thinking about what he's buffing with the purple bounty. That's why you see him shifting back and forth. And buffing the Divine Shield Dragon is not bad because it'll buff your Master too, but the Divine Shield Dragon's already pretty big. Oh, Tathalan is making more buddies here. That's cool. You can use lava to make more buddies. Yeah. That's a lot of Urzel too. Buying the cheap spell to set his hero power up. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But then Murkai changed back. Yeah, Murkai got nerfed to only one side, but it now triggers any battle cry again. So Murkai's had a lot of iterations already. Okay, Waterloo not doing bad, but we've definitely seen other boards go way crazier. This is like very modest Murloc comp. Also don't really have time here, unfortunately. Other base skill, maybe. Yeah, that Master is chunky. I wonder where he's going to take this. The Rogers plus Master comp. Obviously, he's got a lot of money. He can play a lot of cards. But not valuing the spell power seemed so odd to me. Wisdom Ball. Oh, we have some shot buffing going on, but we're so vulnerable in the Murloc lobby. There is some... Is he gonna kidnap something? Yeah, you can kidnap a demon here. From your own board to make a board space. Excuse me. Kinda like that. Assuming you don't want to cut anything. Wait, what? Why did we not buy the reroll then? Man, this is like a tricky spot to navigate because he's on 2. He can't take a loss, so he can't really get weaker. But then he has this Urzel, and he really wants to play this Urzel, so... Alright, what did we just cut? Felbat. Okay, yeah, Felbat's a fair cut. Felbat doesn't do that much. Okay, he's actually committing here. Okay. There's no more Lord of Ruins. Alright, oh god. Dude, the Wisdom Ball is proccing so much. He has to play the demons though. That's the issue. Alright, Jeef is going hard on the Avalanche. What unit is Jeef gonna end on? Because he does have 2 golden lavas. The answer is more lava, of course. Okay, he's just squeezing the vine value here. Okay. What did we sell at the end there? Oh, he had a Nomi. Okay. Sell Nomi for a Venom. That's so clean. Classic Jeef. Having to do like 500 things and still ending on a really good combat board. Yeah, there's 600 damage on that Urzel, but... Jeef's allies are pretty big. Is this still just... Yeah, this depends on combat, yeah. Oh, he lost. Wait, he's alive though, he's alive. Feels like Lime got a decent fight there. Tathalon going for Baller here. But that might be a little bit too slow here. Why are all the Chinese players at the top? I don't have to pay too much attention to the health in the game. Like, it's relevant, but it's like overvalued, I would say. Like when people are complaining that they have to fight the number 1 in the lobby. Oftentimes the number 1 in the lobby is strong, yeah, but it's usually not the strongest guy. The strongest guy is the guy that took 10 and greeted really hard and is now popping off. Not always, right? Sometimes you just have a very good start and you can greed and be strong. But quite often you just have like someone who's way stronger because they took a moment to go really greedy. So you don't have to pay that much attention to the life totals, like in terms of their ranking. What matters is 15 or not, right? Once you go below 15, that's like a huge thing. So you can argue the 2 guys that still have their damage cap are Chinese. Yeah, they're very strong. Like they crushed the last tournament, Europe versus China. So this is like a bit of a Nala comp on the side, yeah. You see these compositions a lot more in tournaments where you wouldn't really see this on ladder from these guys because it's not really that high cap, but it's fast, right? Nala is fast. I'm gonna freeze this, right? There's so much good stuff here. I was just gonna buy that and keep the mycologists, okay. Yeah, I don't know if they're playing, I guess they're playing on the NA server? Like that was rough to get all that APM in. Alright, Millhouse against Lime. And then we have APM Voon against Ballers, but Ballers are just not big enough, fast enough, right? Oh, it's a setup for Charming. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I have seen this where people go for Evoker into Charmwing. This is a rerun? I was not here for the live today. Yeah. So please no spoilers, and if you're just interested in the live, I'll be there tomorrow for the live. They're playing on EU servers. Oh, to keep it like fair, so they both get wrecked. That's fair. Yeah. That makes sense. I see all of them like a little slower, so like Waterloo, not Waterloo. The Millhouse had a bunch of like mycologists still in his hand that he couldn't get rid of. A lot of love for lava here. A lot of lava enjoyers. Oh, we're pivoting. Okay, cool. Found a Drakari. One more. So he bought the time management, and now he's hoping to find Azurites because he has another mycologist as backup. But this is definitely a little YOLO. I can see him buying one of these spells. He's just running out of money otherwise. Yeah, I think I would buy the Battle Cry one when we are rolling this hard, because it feels like we're not going to be able to buy another spell. He's really rolling it down. Because he can get so wrecked here, right? Yeah, this is actually really scary. Because he can go all for next turn. So we even just ate the Master. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought it was gonna be hard to have enough board space for that. Yeah, Millhouse is just, we talked about it, right? Just a little too fair. It's just fast tempo, good value. Get your golden Nala, get some buffs in. Yeah, the Nobundo pivot was very, very optimistic. That makes sense. Ooh, Jeef with his avalanches takes 5th. So Waterloo with his honest Murlocs, high enough health to survive. And now they're becoming not so honest Murlocs with more base skill. Hot drinks with honey. I hate it when people recommend that. I don't want honey. That will not make it better for me. Oh man. What's the format? I think it's 5 games on day 1, 5 games on day 2, but 2 different groups. And then the top 4 of each group plays check formats on Sunday. I believe that's what we were doing last time. Got a Belgian cold. No, I'm just severely underslept and tired from travel. I'm likely getting sick because of that. My body's not able to recover. Yeah, there's a Leroy there, so on 14 HP in the top 4, and let's just make as good a board as you can. That's what these guys are very good at. Like they will make a board that's just like, there's no fat on this board anymore, right? Like it's just the Golden Rogers that he's gonna try to replace with Leroy. Yeah, Millhouse also going more scam. There's really not a lot of scam protection on Tathalon's board. Depends on what's in the space, right? Ooh, that's not good. But the unit is huge, yeah. Man, Millhouse getting top 2 here? That's so well done. Millhouse just going in... Transition from a large board to ones that take 2-3 turns to build is not the correct way to play. I would be very hesitant to assume that you know better than any of these players. Like, that's like... These are like actually the best players in the world. So, The obvious thing there is that he did it because he's dead if he doesn't, right? He's probably already dead, right? He's just like, oh, let me just assume that I live here and then I'll figure it out. But he was in a bad, like, we can rewatch the Nobundo's position, right? The Nobundo's position was just not good. Like, he's not really gonna make it. So I don't even hate him going full YOLO to just assume that he gets there. But even if you fully get there, you still need these base skills, right? But we did say at the beginning that Voon was the person to look out for with that early buddy copy. And Voon is in the finals. He's making a board, excuse me, that's really hard to outstat. But unfortunately for him, Millhouse is not really trying to outstat. He does have one like huge Divine Shield stealth unit. Okay, yeah, he's got another golden face. This is so dirty, bro. Oh, and then he can hold that. Oh. Gonna run the blaster? He cooking a bit too hard? No, he's not gonna run the blaster. Let's say that looks a little weird. Alright, so we have a base skill that's being pulled. Breaking event results right here in 4 more games, baby. I don't think you can go over VODs. I think that's the likely way to find it. Again, this is not a Blizzard production. This is purely just the Chinese community setting this up and inviting the European and now the NA players to join them. So it's actually really, really cool that they've done that. Bro, this is... Okay, he gets his Venom back. No, he doesn't. Oh my god, bro. This Millhouse played so well. Or I think you guys remembered what I said, like, oh, he just has like the Nala, it's not that good. He doesn't, you know, he wouldn't really want this on ladder. But to still just survive with that tempo and then consolidate all the stats on the monstrosity, because that's why he's strong. He's strong because he has the perfect scam, but he also has a huge Divine Shield stealth. It's huge. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get through to you then, Brimstone. That's totally fine, bro. Do you? It's more the point that, yeah, okay, whatever. It's not a big deal. This is the first game? This is indeed the first game. So now he knows that there is Taunted Leroy, but you can see that there is an adaptation by Millhouse here. With Taunted Leroy, he's also added the Taunted Venom Murloc. So now, if he wants to put Charming second, it's still going to run into a Venom or a Leroy. So the best Voon can hope for then is that the Leroy dies and then Nadina reshields. Oh, he made the Nadina big enough, that's cool. He's not gonna bother running Poet, right? Feels like Poet is like too much. Yeah. Okay, run your own Leroy. Well, we don't have any Murlocs in the hand with a golden base skill. That is a problem. The high elo meta of just playing 4 scams is so insane to you. Why? Oh, here's that Golden Blaster. Oh no. Golden Blaster doing Golden Blaster things. Oh wait, he's getting delayed though. Yeah, it's not actually getting damage value. But still has the Venoms there. Yeah, this is where you normally would just get there. Yeah, it's gonna be a tie again. Oh no, he Charming, right. That's just gonna survive because it loses the Venom. So the issue for Millhouse is once Charming has attacked, his stealth minion is not so strong anymore. Because a stealth unit is strong because it has enough damage to kill things. But if Charming connects and buffs the dragon, that's no longer true. So it actually needs Venom. But the issue, I would say the issue for Voon is that Millhouse is just so far ahead in the base skill war. Which is funny because Voon did have a bunch of money from Rogers earlier. So potentially he was just under too much pressure to start gathering base skill, or he wasn't able to, like, I think Millhouse had Bran, and Bran Mycologist is still like a crazy amount of money compared to just, it's funny that I say this, just double Golden Rogers. But we didn't have Privateer for a long time too. So I would say that's a little the issue here, that the Voon wasn't able to get enough stuff to complement the base skills. And once someone is ahead in the base skill war, that's really tough to deal with. Okay, another blaster. I think there'll be a video. Yeah, last time we didn't do a video, but it was 3 full days, right? Ooh. Shield is going into the Leroy. That's huge for the Charming. There's no more Venom here, right? I think he's dead, yeah. Oh wait, there's maybe a Venom there. Is that Venom? I mean, it doesn't matter. Nope. Alright, so in the end, stats still just too much to deal with. Okay, we're going Hogger. So this anomaly incentivizes greed. Did I see a Deathwing? What? Wait, what are the options here? I don't think we see the options. I think we just see him take a Deathwing, right? It's top left. Wow, but he rolled 4 times. So no Othar, no Rainer. Jesus. See, that's a Chinese meta, man. Just go like Deathwing. Ooh. Okay. I am already mind blown here, chat. I'm already there. Alright, so Jeef has an option here to go for Lasso, but I think he's just gonna go Cat. But like, you could Lasso and roll and then freeze Pirates and blah 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 blah. He could also try to win the fight with the 2-1 Reborn to get his buddy earlier. That's also fair. This live? No, this is not live. I wasn't here this morning, but I will be there tomorrow and for the finals. Hopefully, because I might also just be dead tomorrow, because I can... Oh my god. But there's some good pharmaceutical enhancements that will get me through tomorrow, hopefully. Alright, looks like we're on 5 gold, right? So we started with a Busker and we hero powered it. But there's a coin in the shop. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's a legit argument here for the shield over the Busker. Because the Busker is not always going to help you with your gold next turn, because if you're on 5 gold and there's a chef's choice, you didn't need that extra gold. And if you win the round with the shield, you get an extra gold for your buddy and your Hook Tusk, which means you really want to speedrun your buddy. We have ixxdeee here too. What? Bro, this is so... I love this though. I love this. Wait, where is the Deathwing? Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna overthink that too much. We'll trust the actual UI here. One of the spectators was in the wrong lobby. Ah, that could be fun. He's like, Deathwing. Oh, this guy is 4K. Okay. But anyways, ixxdeee. ixxdeee is honestly about as exciting as Deathwing. And with exciting, I mean, the hero itself is not exciting, but the fact that it got picked is exciting. Especially in this anomaly. Like, this is not an anomaly where you go conservative, right? This is like, you have an ice block. You gotta go. You gotta go hard, chat. I honestly would say that for EU and NA, this is our anomaly. This helps us make up for our risk taking. When did the tournament take place? A few hours ago. But this is day 1. So what you're seeing now is just group 1. Tomorrow it's group 2. And then on day 3, the winners of group 1 and group 2 will fight against each other in the finals. Ooh, okay. Yeah, freeze for the chef is nice. Early zippers. Yeah, you can see that people are playing different already in this lobby. And you should. We see a super early setup from Dogdog for value. We see a super early zippers. Odd Dragon, Beater, Eddie. Yeah, and then one more for tomorrow. I am obviously incredibly biased. I don't know many or any of the Chinese players. So I am unapologetically rooting for the boys here. I hope you don't mind. Okay, that's a turn 5. That's a turn 5 rally, like the monstrosity. That's a pretty silly hit for zippers. Which heroes do you think are the best in this lobby? Hook Tusk, like really nice for this. Tograggle, really nice for this. And then ETC, it really depends on what you hit. Dog has a good hit, so ETC is really nice too. Buttons is better, but I don't think I like him more than the others. Although the early buddy did do really well. Alright, so Jeef having a pretty good start, honestly. Tier 4 on turn 6. And he's got his... he's got a lot of money from his hero power coming in. We need the oil sound. Yeah, I mean, if this becomes a video, again, I can't promise it, right? Because it's just like 3 days worth of footage. But yeah, there'll be oil sounds and stuff. DJ Gray, thank you for the prime. Also, tomorrow I'll be casting with XQN, guys, so it's going to be a lot more lively. Again, today I'm just like so dead. But I hope you guys excuse me. I didn't want to miss this, basically, because I could have just gone and lay in my bed. But I didn't want to, so... Because I could have just said, oh, sorry guys, I can't make it to day 1, I'll just cast day 2, but I still wanted to catch up on this. I want to know what happened, right? If I'm going to dive in tomorrow. I want to already see the meta, I want to see like the differences between NA and China. Monstrosity Tavern 2? That's because of Zippers. Zippers got that. Ooh, he fished, he hits, he scores! Yeah, he's pretty happy with that steal on the Monstrosity. Which NA player do you think has the best chance of getting first in these lobbies? I don't know about first, but in terms of doing really well, like, you can't underestimate Waterloo. Like I said, Waterloo won 2 Lobby Legends, right? Not just like invited to a bunch of them, he straight up won 2 Lobby Legends. Like getting first place in them. Really outrageous. And obviously Jeef is Jeef, right? So out of this lobby, I would say those 2. Again, no disrespect to Dog or Lime. They're both extremely strong players, otherwise they wouldn't be here. But that would be my prediction. Okay. Not a bad setup for Dog. Oh, here we can see the Ini. This feels so incredibly bad. But I need to see how he does. And like what he's gonna prioritize. Ooh, that's a steal. Dude, he wins. Oh my god. Ah! Okay, so that's how you play Ini. You steal 2 Tathalon buddies. He's like, nice, I have a real buddy now. Well, this is also what we talked about, right? That's slow and steady. Let's just go. But slow and steady in 11th hour feels wrong. That doesn't mean it is wrong, right? It just feels wrong. Because I've played so many good 11-hour games where, you know, slow and steady was definitely not the way to go. Jeef is Jeef fits so nicely. I mean, that is it, right? Like, what else do you want me to say? Jeef is Jeef, man. Oh, and then he can buy the magnetic after it's buffed. Yeah, these, like, tempo lines I don't necessarily think of. So clean. That's actually so nice. Double Monstrosity, get the buffs out, Hooktail, and then buff the magnetic. Like, all these boards are so like, see? That is an NA or a Europe board, right? Not a lot of stats, 2 looters, early double bounty guy. Let's fucking go. This is my kind of board. This is a board that I make, right? The early, like, let me just cast the spell that buffs the... Like, we don't do that. We don't do, like, let me copy Nature's Blessing for more tempo. We don't do that, bro. Do you know the outcome? No. And I will ban spoilers. So, like, no mercy. So, shut up. Okay, you didn't say anything. Let's just give you a heads up. Yeah, I mean, you can see, like, no shot, right? It's full... It's full pirate setup, but that's not bad when you have an ice block, right? So I'm really curious in this anomaly what it's going to be. It's an NA board, yeah, or EU board, honestly. It's like it's a Western board. It's a Western board where we go for the full greed and we figure it out later. Ooh, buttons with a fishing rod. What are the types? undead are in, he could end up with the cloning guy, like, because he already has a Moira, right? So, okay, the buttons can actually pull really far ahead here, because Moira plus Zippers gives him 2 Wisdom Ball cards, and then he gets 1 7-drop bonus. You want that Reborn for your Zippers. Yeah, it's too good. And then with your Eudora, hopefully your Moira doesn't get sniped. Yeah, that's a really good setup. Well, it is 11th hour, right? So normally I would say Lime's setup, I really don't like it for, you know, tournament, where it's a little too, I'll just figure it out kind of thing. Ooh, couldn't cast it. Well, actually holding armor to first get procced is also not a terrible plan. Yeah, I think he might have just reconsidered on casting armor because of the anomaly. Tathalon was trying to get his tempo online and succeeded, but still dropped to 15. But he might also just be ready to armor up after taking 15. I do like Hooktusk a lot in this anomaly, because this anomaly is all about getting higher cap boards, and Hooktusk gives you so much money to work with. Now, Waterloo has been losing some rounds, so the buddy is pretty expensive. Yeah, this is a bit awkward. Ooh, we got Behemoth, and Murlocs are out. Oh boy. Yeah, we want lava. He's looking for lava now. Okay, the buttons can just become unkillable. What's the scam in this game? Leroy and that's it? That's really tough. If the buttons finds lava and he executes correctly, which more than likely will, right? Because it's a very high level player, he becomes unkillable. Like unoutstatable, I mean, right? Like you cannot beat him with numbers anymore. Because Behemoth is exponential scaling. Spore, sure, but Spore is so hard to aim because Spore just bumps into anything and it's like screwed. Goes for the pen pal here, so really valuing. I like that. Yeah, he needs his golden buddy. Yeah, the spell is okay. Ooh, bounty's also good. Dog with golden buddy, double lava. Oh. So Dog is trying... Ooh. Dog is trying to find the elemental magnetic. And he's trying to talk himself out of buying that second boxer. He's like, is that too greedy? Chat. Am I too greedy here? I have ice block. I don't know. If I find the guy, it's so good. I can eat on top. Well, I'm going to buy the boxer. I'm going to predict the boxer buy. We'll see. I would do it, but that's for YouTube, right? Like, of course we buy it. Imagine if we hit, yeah. So for those of you who haven't seen it yet, right, you just make a really big minion through any kind of way, right, like pirate buffs or, you know, whatever spells. And then once you have a big minion, you avalanche it on top of the mech elemental magnetic. And then you triple that one, and then you put it on a magnetic, and your boxers gain all those stats. And then you triple that magnetic again, and then your boxers get all those stats again, and so on and so on. It's very, very strong. But I would say that... Buttons is the person to beat here. Especially if he keeps his health here. No. Waterloo is too much stuff with that Moon Eater. But damage cap's on, right? Yeah. Holy hand, bro. He has 2 goggles. Jesus. Okay, he missed his 7-drop, but that's okay. He has... Yeah, it's time to go full money. I like that. This is where you sell out of your monstrosity, I think. You don't really need that anymore. Your geared guard's better than monstrosity, because you don't really have a lot of rally left after you sell geared guard, so... It feels a bit weird to sell a monstrosity, but if he's paying attention, he will. Okay, geared guard first. Oh, I mean, I guess this is an elemental that he could first buff. Okay, that's kind of fair, I guess. Oh, he has to play so fast, man, because he needs to steal that shop, right? Yeah. Vine Climber is really good tempo. I guess what he was trying to see is if he could find 2 lavas first, and if he has 2 lavas, he could have duplicated the behemoth, and if he then has 2 behemoths, then he can sell the monstrosity, and by selling the monstrosity there, you would get stats on both your behemoths. So that's a fair call, actually. Yeah. So the Rogers is just purely here to make money, so that you can play more cards. And then his Vine Climber Gives him so many stats here. Yeah, the steal on the elemental shops is so clean. He is very, very likely not going to finish his turn. But that's okay. He just has to just ram cards on the board. Just ram cards on the board. No. Play card, do the thing, play card, do the thing. And just buy a few to end on, like buy that gambler. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay. Did we end up on a avalanche? No. We did. Yeah, it's just a bit of spectator lag. So well done. Now, the gold was spent not super efficiently, like we bought the spell thing, like with some random stuff, but incredibly well done. That's basically full gold spent. Right. So Lime is setting up, but he's not quite there yet. And you can see that that behemoth is starting to become a problem, where it's still dead because he has golden hooktail, and hooktail just gives you really good damage. But if the buttons finds lava, that's where, yeah, that is really where we have to pay attention. Does the buttons find lava or not? Because the buttons could die here, because if it's just one taunted behemoth, it could just be one Leroy and it's over. The button's gonna have a silly turn as well, because he just got his anomaly procced, his ice block. Chief's on 1 health as well. So going pretty hard. Ixxdeee on 6, okay. I'm glad that this is not too crazy, right? This is not a good spot, right? So I'm glad that it didn't, you know, it would feel so weird if it's like, you know what? Like, yeah, Ixxdeee is actually a good pick here. Yeah, he's trying to keep that. Yeah, time to eat your buddy. I agree. That's a lot of balls, dude. We got a lot of balls here. Look at this guy and his balls. Whoop. Yeah, we did say that, right? The Ixxdeee strategy is to steal Tathalon, buddy. And then do Tathalon things. Because the moment he stole the Tathalon buddies, he's like, oh, this is like way better than what I have. Okay. But maybe outside of an 11th hour lobby, the Ixxdeee is kind of solid. Who knows? Might be Chinese meta. Buttons has 1 lava. That's not yet enough. He needs 2 lava. With the 2nd lava, he will get double behemoth, and that's where the stats really start duplicating. Oh, this is mildly scary. He's probably okay with 600 health, but not guaranteed. Okay, I think he used lava here, right? Is this an official tournament? There are no official tournaments. Hearthstone does not have Battlegrounds esports. So if that is the criteria for official tournament, then no. But it's about as official as it gets. Actually, I don't even know if Blizzard China, well, it's not Blizzard, right? It's NetEase, I think. I don't know if NetEase is involved with this. Yeah, that's actually a possibility. So it could be semi-official. But yeah, the Blizzard doesn't have anything to do with it. That I know. Blizzard just likes BGs. I think it's just a bad return on investment for them. I think they just spent a lot of money on prize support, and like not a lot of people watched and stuff. So, but I would love to give it another shot where you have, like, let's say Jeef and XQN, if they're not playing for whatever reason, they're casting. I mean, I would say myself, but that's like so arrogant. Like, oh well, if I was casting, I'd be like. So, but just having professional players, right? Not even like insanely high level, but like 12,000 MMR. That if you're 12,000 MMR, you're strong enough to give incredible insight to the viewer. But I think in the past we've had like 6K or 8K or 9K players casting, and again, that's not bad, but it's not, you know, it's a lot more fun when you have a very high level player analyzing the situation. Chief being on 1 makes more sense now. Yeah, it's the anomaly to do that. Behemoth into Boxer wins. Yeah, again, right? If the Behemoth player can survive a little while longer, he wins the lobby, almost guaranteed. but he has only found one lava. That's the problem. And lava is a very popular minion, as you can see. People love the lava, man. They do love a good lava. Yeah, ixxdeee no longer has the block. Let's see how good Jeef doing, how well he's doing. Not that strong. There's a 400. Oh wait, there's 900 health on that bigwig. Oh Jeef. Oh Jeef, classic Jeef. Ooh, dodge that Leroy. It's kind of important. That was a great hit for Jeef. Anything this bigwig can do before getting Leroy is fantastic. Okay. Alright, yeah, ixxdeee is going 8th. All is right in the world. This game makes sense to me now. I don't know, man. I wanted it to do well, but it just, on paper, doesn't make sense, man. You go for like this giga, just tempo thing in 11th hour. Yeah, watch StarCraft 2 tournaments. I have in the past, yeah. All right, yoink. Oh, he's got lavas too. Okay, buddy. Well, guess who just has the better behemoth setup, chat? Oh, yep. Don't you hate it when you have a cool toy and someone else yoinks it? That's an interesting one here. Because he could technically use lava on behemoth's next turn, so he doesn't necessarily need to keep his buddy anymore. Yeah, yeah. Oh, we're just gonna copy the avalanche. The avalanche, then play it, and then literally just do the same thing, right? Play the buddy, do it again. Oh, we're goldening that. Or... oh, I guess we have damage cap, right? We have a ice block. So this is a little scary. Right? It's like one Leroy and... basically. But... next turn, he can sell the golden one with avalanche. And that way he'll get 2 behemoths back and he'll have a huge elemental. And then he can avalanche that huge elemental again, which then buffs the behemoths again. So that is exponential scaling, as the cool kids call it. Where did all the Tathlon buddies come from? Dog had it with ETC, and then Tathlon had it, and they were just stolen. Okay, the buttons does have 2 behemoths now. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like, look at what Hooktusk has. It has no chance of outstatting. This is the issue with the behemoth. Once the behemoth is online, it's like it only dies to poison. You cannot kill it with stats anymore. So both the behemoth players are gonna KO someone. Togwaggle ignores the pool. Yes, Togwaggle, Tess, Scabs, Zephyrus, Rafam, all those mechanics ignore pool. Ooh, golden lava. Oh, that's so good. He can use the lava and then golden lava and use it again. That's really solid. Lime with his NA board. But the problem is that while this would be good enough on ladder, some illegal activities were hit, right? The avalanche behemoth. We talked about it. You cannot outstat it. So I think Jeef is praying for a 2nd place here, but likely just gotta be 3rd. Because I don't see the behemoth players dying before Jeef. And almost nothing that Jeef does in terms of gaining stats here will matter. Just because, look at those behemoth numbers, right? What do we have? 12,000 damage on that vine climber that he can then eat and buff it. Yeah, look, it's just like, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna do anything, right? It's like, it's not happening, bro. Like, okay. Yeah, now he can eat that. It goes on the Sally. And then he can eat the Sally. Actually, yeah, he needs to... ooh, wait. Yeah, there we go. Otherwise, he has to eat his lava. That sucks. And now he could golden lava if he wants to and eat a behemoth. But that would golden his behemoth. Is a little risky. Might want to do that next turn. It just means we're going to miss out on lava value this turn from the Sanders, but that's okay. It's not really acceptable to triple the behemoth this at this stage. Lime is the best scaling setup. Yeah, no, I hear you, right? It's just the once the behemoths come into play, scaling does not matter anymore. It's just finding more Leroys to try and hit him, but the stats are spread out well enough and there's extra taunt here. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, wait, both of them do get Leroyed. But he spread it out well enough, right? 1,000. Wait. That's an ice block popped, is it not? Let's go. He's like sitting there like, oh no, both my behemoths got Leroyed. Yeah. Yeah, but Jeef is just punching a 4,000 health lava. Which again, it's a solid board by Jeef, right? But it's a 4,000 health lava. Well, 4,000 health left. Probably started at like 6,000 or something. I don't know. Here's the magnetic, but it's a bit too late to set up Boxer. Okay. He's eating the behemoth to triple it here. And then if he finds more lava. Okay, he doesn't have... This is a little scary. Okay, stole the shop, sure. Yeah, I mean, okay. We have a big guy, but I am a little bit afraid now. Feels like we are creating an opportunity to lose here. Because we're fighting Jeef now. Jeef is gonna know what's up. So he is all-inning on those Leroys. Taunt's not horrible to taunt more shit. He could also just get rid of his behemoth and run just a big cleave, but without lava. That means he doesn't have behemoths anymore. Okay. Yeah, it's really looking like Buttons is gonna win then. Because this is gonna play around Scam. That's really tough to do. Taunt for this, actually, he has Golden Titus and Moira. Kinda want the other guy to go first here, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's Lime dead every time. Like 0 chance of survival here. And Jeef. That 20,000 health? Yeah. Jeef is doing so well, right? Like, look at this board. Like, it's such a nasty board. But he's fighting a cheat mechanic, right? You can't get more numbers than Arcane Behemoth. Alright, so Jeef takes the 3/4. Probably not super happy with. Whereas it's like getting at least a solo third would have been good. But it's just the Arcane Behemoth Wars. Hey Fox, thanks for the prime. Is there a reason not to gold on the Moira? Titus stacks. Moira doesn't stack, so that's like a small thing. This probably doesn't matter. You could probably gold on either of them. So Moira would be fine for more money. Actually, no, you can gold on Moira. Sanders only targets tier 6 or below. Yeah, I think now that Buttons has that undead, it's way too good. He can even play down a unit or two. And then he can just eat the biggest, fattest thing, right? Now Shield's probably still better. Which makes me think that yeah, you can't really get rid of the Arcane Behemoths though, because then... Well, you can keep one Behemoth in hand. What I'm considering is him eating the Arcane Behemoth on top of the Avalanche, because then the Avalanche has... Oh, he has another one. Okay, yeah, it's over. I didn't even see yet another one. It's Jover, chat. It is Jover. Okay, well, we did call the Buttons, right? Buttons was the guy to beat. So both of our calls have been pretty accurate. The Buttons and the Voon both won the lobby. Cool. Really, well, a bit unfortunate for our boys, really. Because I feel like they played textbook really well for this anomaly. But they just got blind, like, someone hit Behemoth. And it's like, oh, okay. I guess I will just not be able to poison that because there's no Murlocs. We have Money Match. Okay, let's see how they play this. Money Match is comparable to 11th Hour. Like, it's obviously not the same, but it's a bit more just like go, right? The game is accelerated. You have more resources. You want to go build a comp really quickly with all that money. Oh, we can't see what the Finley is. Okay, so there is a spectator bug. Earlier, we couldn't see a triple either. Okay. So which types are in? It's Alley Pirate already, right? Yeah. Alley Pirate Mech. That's really nice for Millhouse. Well, not Mech, but I say Mech because I can see it in Oyo. Dog got smoked again. Yeah, I mean, Dog is a very strong player, but it's just like best in the world. It's only game 2, right? He can come back. But it's really tricky. Very, very strong players. I think you still just cycle Elemental and level, but we'll see what Waterloo ends up doing. I don't think you're triple buying, right? That's a little much. Yeah, seems like he's going for the Elemental play. It's either that or roll. You can roll and save your coin. Dog is 11 gold, which means he casts a Strike Oil. My man. It's not from the thing, right? It's not from the busker because it would still be out of 10. It would be 11 out of 10. Jamming Oil, turn 3 in this tournament. Balls. Sorry for all the coughing, guys. Just coming down with something. Okay, so we see our first non-leveling turn here by Nosdormu. You almost always go to tier 4, but I can see what he's setting up here. Some Sandstone Drake, gem stuff. I'm guessing he's going to get profits, sell his Gambler for the Dragon, but he could also just sell his Gambler. He might also not want the Sandstone, but I think you want it, right? There's so many cards he's playing. So he's just trying to figure out whether he wants the profit or not. Because a profit might be bait, where he's not going to cycle too many more Quillware after this. Okay, so just a copy on money for Voon. Definitely not as good as the previous Voon game we've seen. Is Strike all good or bad in this anomaly? It's more about it being in a tournament where it's really tough to buy Strike all and then not lose a lot of fights. Seems like the leaderboard was glitching out a bit for a second there. Jeef plays for NA. So does Waterloo. Yeah, so Jeef did stay on 3. 7 for the buddy is a lot, but he does have scope. I could see him just grabbing the dragon with the spell here. Because the spell's not bad for Tathlon, but he's hovering the buddy button. Might just be happy to pay 7 because he's got the scope. I think you might even want to cast the 1-cost spell first here. Because you have 1 extra gold after you sell. Because, oh, he's just going to double sell. Okay. That's fair. So he wants the level still. Yeah, I think I go for the reroll myself, but we could have argued that it was a little greedy. I don't know if I love this. It's Jeef, so it's probably right, but this feels like we sold a lot there. Essentially, what I'm trying to understand is we sold a lot of units to still be able to level, and the upside of using the buddy is we got 1 scope extra. So is it worth to pay 7 gold for the buddy and have to sell half our board to level instead of just leveling and next turn getting the buddy? Right, no scoping. He's still winning the fight, so it worked out for sure. There's early duplicate shenanigan. Ooh, that's an early brand. You don't really have more Tathlon buddies here because you're not playing buddy anomaly. Yeah, when you get the golden touch this early, oftentimes you just play it to get a 6-drop. Because it's too random to roll for something good and then hope that it hits it. Violet, probably? See if he loves playing Quill, maybe we see a Sanguine. Yeah, Violet when you already have a brand makes a lot of sense. Okay, he's gonna take the roll. There was also that minion that reduces the spell. Like, fair. There's any on a cleave is also nice. Okay, a little bit of Violet buffs. Nice. It's a lot of gems here from Nosdormu. Nosdormu picked up the dragon. Was looking for a Master of Realities with that for sure. Master of Realities from the Discover would be phenomenal. We see a golden white main for Jeef, so I'm guessing there was some golden touch there too. I don't think Jeef bought 3 white mains. I think it was like golden touch and Discover the Rogers. But yeah, having Rogers and having lava already, that's not bad for Jeef. Love to see that. It's early economy, and he's not losing his fights. So the more economy you have, the better, as long as you're winning your fights. So it's really, really good for Jeef. And even, you know, you could lose like one fight. Okay, he's gonna buy the Nomi. So treating the Rogers more as just pure money as opposed to a direction, which is totally fair. Jeef is playing for an AS. So he's rolling to see if he can find another lava, maybe another Nomi, maybe a privateer. Swapping POVs right before the scope goes off is a little triggering, but that's fair. This is a hero power, but it's just he's just thinking, how do I afford this? Because technically he would love to keep his buddy so he can play with lava. So yeah. Okay, so we're switching POVs because there's something happening here and the guys are taking too long. That's understandable. You could argue like, oh, the POV swap's a little too fast, but he was hesitating and the camera guy doesn't really know how long he's gonna hesitate for, so. Waterloo's on 6. It is money match, but still. Does that Shadybunny guy represent an A? Oh, he does not. If anything, I'd represent EU, but I would be the streamer invite, where they just invite me for entertainment purposes. And I would be okay with that. I'm the diversity invite. Right, they need one clown. Alright. Man, that's a pretty late buddy for Scabs, but it is money match, so the game is accelerated. But still, the game is already quite far along. Bloop, bloop. Do you undervalue elementals? You rarely go them. Yes. But they're also hard to play. They're very hard to play. There's a lot of ordering and managing with lava. Elementals are tough to get off the ground. Wouldn't be here if you wouldn't like your playstyle. Yeah, no, I mean, I like what I do. I just don't do this. That's it. Don't worry about it. Oh, dog is like, hello. Now the problem is, he's probably not going to keep his damage cap here, right? And then we are suddenly below 15, and we need to get this off the ground. But he has a shot here, right? All the tools to win the game are right here. We have double Rogers, we have spell power, we have additional bounties with the battle cry and the brand. I guess we just are lacking privateer. Are you rooting for someone? Oh, just TNA guys, honestly. Oh, he's gonna do it again with the Rogers for money. Okay, is that the same player that piloted Voon early, or is that just... that's so racist. I'm like, it was a Chinese guy, right? It's like the Chinese guy did the Voon thing earlier. Is it this Chinese guy? Oh, man. Yeah. I cannot do an official cast yet, guys. I'm not ready. I need training. But yeah, so the plan here is to go for Golden Rogers so that you can spend a lot of money with the... what are they called again? The tier 5 Quillboar. And that's a really really fun setup. But I don't know how big his gems are right now. Yeah, getting the scope is nice. This Nosdormu feels like he's in trouble. Like he wanted Master of Realities desperately, but nice. He has armor at least. That helps a lot. But still, I don't think the board is coming together fast enough. Yeah, play the panda first in case you get armor, then you don't have to buy it. Definitely have to buy that though. Is this live? This was played this morning, but I wasn't here for that. Oh. Definitely has some fun cards to play here, but the board is just too fragile. There's no shield, there's not a lot of health on the board, it's just not great. Can't see what turn it is. Yeah, the deck tracker thing would be nice. It's true. Ah, look at Jeef cooking Nomium. So the Nomis are big because of Mutinous? Or how did he copy them somehow? Is it Ballers? Oh, it might just be pure Baller stats, yeah. How many matches? Seems like 7. There's space for 7, so... But we'll see. We're on match number 3 right now. Jeef is ballin'. Alright, Millhouse is out. Who's on the Millhouse? Don't be NA, don't be NA, don't be NA. Oh! That's classic, chat. Classic. Ooh, he's skipping the free reroll. Wow. Don't you just sell a Cyclone here and start pumping? Or am I just not seeing this right? Obviously, Jeef is thinking about something. I guess he has lava, right? Yeah. Because if you sell a Cyclone, you get a Cyclone back with lava. You could sell his buddy, and then it's no longer golden, but you can play one more baller. Okay. He wants to do that instead. I definitely would have just sold a Cyclone because it's easier. Looks like Jeef makes the call that he would prefer to have his buddy. If he rolls another lava, he could end up copying it again. Go double ball. So, I can see that. Excuse me. We want to end on our buddy and casting the baller spell for sure. Ooh, are we holding that? Because I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, you can equip that already. Is NA losing? Well, China is usually favored in these. Like their ladder is stronger. They just have better practice opportunities. It's like the tougher environment breeds tougher players. Yeah, we have another charming after the bounty setup. That seems like a pretty common thing the Chinese players do, where I feel like we more often rely on just purple bounties to make the charming big. But it seems like they like playing Evoker and then playing Poet. And depending on how well you're doing, I think the bounty stuff is stronger, but it's a little bit more greedy because you need to first get spell power as well. Those masters are popping off. Okay, then Nosdormu finally found them. Alright. Charmwing, kind of getting there. 101 damage. Probably enough. Lich King is just kind of chilling, man. He's also farming spells. Yeah, he's just farming spells with the Evoker. What are the standings? You're going to see it after this game. What's the main difference between high elo ladder and tournament meta? Your opponents are way better, so you can't be weak. On ladder, you're weak more often as a shortcut to building your comp. In tournaments, you can't do that, or at least not as much. Tournaments, you need to just be strong more, because otherwise you just take in 10 and 15 the whole time. Whereas on ladder, sometimes your transition board is actually not going to take damage. You're like, oh, this guy is just kind of not a real board. Okay, he sold one Evoker. I was wondering what he was going to do here. I do think you have to do that. It seems really hard. Once you have Bran, Bran is still going to end up as more stats than the Evoker, because it means you can just play more things with Golden Rogers. A big advantage. Waterloo out early. Okay, I think Waterloo did okay, right, in the past two lobbies. Or at least in the first lobby. We see a Bran here, but probably too late for that. I think we're not even freezing that. Just purely go in. Yeah. Oh, so many cards being played here. Lovely. We do see a regular Evoker. But with two Poets, this seems fine, honestly. Yep. Okay, he's just gonna end on Rogers. Yeah, Lich King is doing some cool stuff here. Lich King is doing spell power, menagerie buffing. That's a very fun board. Look at this, chat. This didn't feel like it's actually a thing, right? Okay. I think Dog is Scabs, right? He got quite some health, but it's not enough. The Arthas buddy is not bad either in this. What's the player with the Quillbore? Yeah, we haven't seen him. Oh, he's not happy with that outcome, Chad. Let's see him. Oh, they changed the cameras. The cameras weren't here before, damn. Wait, where should I go, chat? I'm blocking a player cam a bit. They baited me. They changed their layout. You guys can figure that out if I should go somewhere else or not. Last time this is where I wasn't blocking anything. Top right. Yeah, but that's where XQN went last time. I'm probably not going to change it today. I'll probably change it for tomorrow. I'll watch the VOD on my own. Jeef still just chilling with ballers. So that's something where Jeef kept that Cyclone and just kept making it bigger, right? Instead of selling it. So that's a thing where I think on ladder, he might have sold Cyclone because Cyclone is slower scaling, but it's stronger in the fights. You can go next to their face on the left. Then I'm gonna block like the bottom heroes and stuff. I think I'll definitely be somewhere on the right. We might just keep it here. We'll see. Sudden like 17 under master. You know, the Nosdorma was in a bad spot, but not anymore. He got top 4. Yeah, I'm a faintest. My cat is just letting me know, like, hey, I said meow. Just in case you were wondering. I did call meow there, bro. Okay, Nadine at the end on. That's also something they do so well, these guys. Like, they do not have, like, this dud slot going into these fights. Having the Nadina here with the 3 big dragons, definitely reasonable. Charming did not hit the Leroy. Oh, but no, he is too big. Lol. Yeah, we don't have a lot of damage. Jeef just wins, right? Oh, is that the first NAW chat? Jeef going hard with the Nomium. The side-by-side's pretty rare. Yeah, not as rare later. You have been acknowledged. Yeah. That's a bit of an issue here for this menagerie board. The menagerie board is cool, but when there's a 3000 health Master of Realities, cool doesn't really cut it. But Jeef does have Leroy, and he's getting really big. Yeah. So he's just using lava to print more Teflon buddies. Oh, you want to both the brand and the guy, but it's just like never gonna happen. Cat wants to see us. Cat probably wants like a treat or more food. I haven't been home all week, so I'm assuming my wife has been feeding her. He's like, no, she hasn't. Call PETA. The cat is crying out for help. Alright. Sure. Whatever you've been told, it's a lie. Yeah, this is just go time. You have Golden Brand with this hand. Not much. Yeah. Oh, that works. Oh my god, bro. He's fighting the ghost, so he can kind of milk. Yeah. Oh. Dear god, bro. Honestly, probably just grab that baller. And then maybe Endless Elemental here. Oh, Chef. Yeah, sure. Okay, so should be getting Perma Shield with that Poet. Then he can sell Poet and Nadina, or just Poet. The question is Jeef's stuff going to be big enough to trade into Master? He's on 35, though. All he needs is one fight where the Master gets Leroy, and it's over. I think I'll give it to Jeef, yeah. Seems pretty hard. Oh. No, he's not enough, yeah. He was celebrating when the Spore hit the guy. He was like, yeah, let's go. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw that. It was like, yeah. Muff is like, meow. No celebrating. Okay, come in. Maybe she just missed me. Maybe she just missed me. You want to say something into the microphone? How are your living conditions here? Have anything to complain about? He's like, no. What's the master up to? 3,000? Yeah, I don't think it's enough. I think Jeef's kind of good. I think Jeef's just good here. He's gotta try to avoid getting Leroy on his Cyclone. Kind of a big deal. If that doesn't happen, I think Jeef's good. Oh, here's the purring, chat. Listen. She purrs so hard. There's a big purr machine. What are the icons on the leaderboard? Oh, health and stuff, right? Yeah, the ballers are huge. He's played so many ballers. But he sold out of his Tathalon buddy. Like, it's time to go, but he didn't sell the Nomis. Wait, what? I mean... he could just Avalanche from here as well. He's on 35. Avalanche probably better than ballers, yeah. Because the Nomis have buffed so much. I don't know, don't you just sell a Nomi instead of... Oh, I guess the Nomis are big. Yeah. It's closing in on 4,000 health. Oh, he's gonna crush it. Barely or not? 3.9 maybe, yeah, 3.9. Okay. That's good. And the taunt happens there. Kind of. Yeah, I think Jeef just has the long-term advantage here. It's easier for Jeef to play around stuff. Whereas if the Master gets Leroy, it's kind of just over. Also, he's buffed so much with the Nomis that just buying that Magnetic is plus 300, 300, which is a lot. Atto tax paid. Appreciate that. I don't have my alerts on, I think. I heard it a little bit. But I think my tournament casting thing doesn't have alerts, right? Either way, very much appreciated. Nothing appreciates it. Hey, Seville. Dance on Drake with Whelp is so satisfying, yeah. Isn't a Chinese guy scaling more? Yeah, but it's 1 unit, right? And Jeef has 35 HP. And I'm not even sure if he's scaling more. Jeef can also just hit Avalanche, right? With 300 elementals. It's not even 300, it's like 350. 325. I don't know. It's possible that he somehow gets there. But Jeef is also just rolling for another Leroy. Hit the Mutinous? Oh, bro, wait. I missed that. Sorry, guys. Rewind. I'm getting distracted by the cat. My co-caster's not doing a good job here. Oh, the spicy boxer pivot, I see. Oh my god. Give this man an OFC, chat. Hit him with an OFC. That's an OFC if I've ever seen one. Man, Jeef doesn't deserve this. Jeef does not deserve this, bro. I hope he's not too hard on himself here. Because that is bullshit. That is bullshit. Actual bullshit. Well, being good and being lucky definitely helps. The boxer pivot. That's, I mean, yeah. And now he's going to start taking a lot of damage as well because boxers are tier 6. He's taking 18 per loss. He doesn't have a lot of time. Yeah. It's kind of over, right? Yikes. Now, if he had found an Avalanche, it would have also worked. So, yes, the Mutinous was incredibly lucky. But had he found an Avalanche, he would have been fine too. So, it's understandable. You don't care, right? You don't care. Your box is already big enough. Even though you can triple and make another one, it's so much gold. You don't want to invest it, I think. I think he just wants to find the triple again. Finding the triple on the prosthetic hand is really where it's at. 3.4k units a turn. Oh, in a turn, yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, the golden brand helps him so much because he has money. Jeef does not have money. Damn, I really wish Jeef would have taken this one, but that mutant has kind of sealed the deal. This mean luck is now skill. Well, again, if he had survived one more round, the odds that he would find, excuse me, Avalanche is pretty high. But he mutinous on the shop where he had the golden magnetic, so just Avalanche wasn't enough. He also needed a triple the magnetic. So it's debatable whether he would have gotten there anyway. It's reasonable to say that he wouldn't have gotten there. Because Avalanche is always hits, right? Yeah, I mean, I feel for Jeef. This is just like... I'm not going to concede because it's a tournament, but... I mean... My opponent just tripled his biggest unit. It's tough to deal with. Bonk. So looks like he's going to be alive because one boxer died, so it's not 18, it's only 16. But like, what are we doing, right? Even Spore, now that you have Divine Shield on these boxers, Spore just doesn't connect. I love that we still have a Nomi though. Very fun. 1 health comfort zone. Well, he's not really getting outscaled anymore, so I'm not even 100% sure if the Nosdormu should be looking for the triple on the magnetic. You should probably just, you know, make it less likely your boxers get Leroyed. But maybe like a cleave. But I don't know, how does he make a big cleave? Kinda don't, right? Ooh, Tempest is so much fun with Golden Brown. Kudos to Jeef trying to scam. Yeah, I mean, it's a tournament. Ooh, the spell is good. The spell is legit. That actually has a shot at doing something. So much money on the Golden Brand. Yeah, it feels kind of over, but we've got a Spore too. He's on 17 though. I don't think he dies from one scam. Yeah, if I'm in the Nosdormu's position, what do I add to my board here to make it less likely that I'm gonna get wrecked? White main helps, right? Haunting the Leroys. Jeef is moving the Leroys up to try and just land into the taunted boxers. Okay. Minus health on the prosthetic hand would be nice. Yeah. He needs those Leroys to hit, right? It's not a... no shot. Well, you know, well done by the Nosdormu. Can you do my mic a bit louder? I mean, maybe it was just not in my face because of the cat. Hello, chat. How is it now? We're doing okay.
Waterloo with the Voon. Yeah, Voon in this anomaly is nice. Have a little bit of extra money.
Jeef with a Rana. Okay. Is Dog playing as David? Why is he using his real name? What? How do they have 4 rolls? I don't understand. They have 4 rolls because you can roll 4 times. But that's obviously not what you're asking, so I don't understand your question. Alright, we got a Naga. This a 1-day tournament? No, this is the first of 3 days. This was this morning. The anomaly is get a minion at the start of turn. And Jeef cast with me at XQN. Yeah, I think XQN has his friend he wants to cast with. Lakshia. I've never spoken to him. If XQN says he's cool, I trust XQN, so... Probably gonna be a bit too busy. I don't know, I can bring Jeef on for a little bit. Depends on how much Jeef wanna do. Wow. Okay. Got the tempo, huh? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Golden Dune Dweller makes every elemental you buy pretty humongous. You do it when live? Oh yeah, I don't want to cast with anyone else when I'm doing the VOD, Jeef, because it doesn't make sense, because I'm like fast forwarding and stuff. And kind of, I guess we have to screen share Discord. That's cool, man. No spoilers, please. I haven't seen anything. Well, other than the things I've seen. Yes, that is very clear directions as usual. Okay, Golden Scout in the hand with buffs. Now, unfortunately, he's fighting Curator, so... Normally when you have a Golden Scout in your hand, you're gonna win fights for quite a while. Excuse me. Kerrigan. We see less Kerrigan these days, now that they nerfed the hero power and the buddy. Just tough to get it online. Or tougher. Yeah, Dog leveled pretty quickly, but that does make sense in this anomaly. I could see him sell the bacon for the spell here and just grab the two shields. Like the Murloc and the Naga shield. I'm kind of down for that, yeah. Seems like a good turn. So we had a triple here. We're going to go into a 4-drop. Priestess seems excellent. Priestess seems kind of bad. Yeah. There's a wide range on spells that increase stats. Mod Jeef. Yeah, Jeef is VIP. Yeah. I don't know if Jeef wants to do work in my chat. Seems like it's asking a lot. Oh, Voon got the steel guy. Oh, double Golden Dune Dweller. Is that like a thing? Is that a thing I'm not doing in Planner? Lime just bought a 3 gold 5/6, but he could have gotten a 4 gold 2020. Alright, let me Right. He had 3 units, yeah, that's true. He's not increasing the amount of units. I guess he's trying to win this fight, but then it doesn't make sense. He could have taken 2/2, right? Yeah. Either way, it's incorrect. So Trinket turn for Dog. None of these I love for this like tournament setting. Normally you do take the money, but he might be going close to cap again, right? By the time you're getting value from that. Usually it's Lava this early on, just because he probably doesn't have an Ellie, right? Yeah. Alright, took another shot. I don't mind Shiny Ring guy. I think he's pretty solid early. I feel like we're like a little too defensive with that Naga thing. I think Lime is getting into his own head here. I don't think the biker Naga doesn't really go anywhere. Okay. Were you happy with Rarran, Jeef? Or was that just the best what you had? You have extra units in this anomaly, so I can see it. The way to go above 15 is learning how the 1 in 7 mutinous. Rarran's just good? Okay. Cool. I mean, we just saw the Boxer pivot with the Master game. And he 1 in 7 the mutinous to do it. But he could have maybe just hit Avalanche too. But he might have died before that happened. Because he had Golden Brand, he could probably force it. Yeah, I don't like it when Wizzball does this. I guess there's tempo with a cleave, but... This is like classic... Your board is not going anywhere, right? That's a problem. Yeah, as opposed to 6-drop Nagas here, but you're on 12, so... Usually it's Matriarch. I can't see the rest of his board. Yeah. Like, maybe there was some argument for, like, the Murloc or the... not really. Yeah. He's considering freezing for coin because you have Matriarch. Yeah, freeze for coin not good enough, it seems. Yeah, this is a medium power level lobby, I would say, right? Well, no, you have Murlocs and Ellies. Just no pirates. Pretty high power level. It's quite a bit of money here. Oh, Deep Blue is so nice, yeah. That's sweet. Deep Blue gives you so much power in the mid game. And then you can just hit like Rogue later on and get huge attack. Or you can just not do Deep Blue anymore. Did get a bad hit, but it doesn't really matter. It's 100%, right? Probably just dealing a little less damage. Yeah, yeah, Toki going to 4 here. Really scary. Time to start fishing for those Nagas. I'm gonna go to Toki because Toki's so low. Yeah, Painter. Man, this is monk ass. This feels like it just all went too slow. Yeah. Feels like Toki is like dead now or dead in a few turns. He's getting a lot of health, so that's okay, but it's just not really building into anything. I get like similar vibes with this board, but Nosdormu is much healthier. But it's just like, it's not really building into anything. He needs Wisdom Ball to do Wisdom Ball things. I mean, he can like start reborning that Naga and go all in, but... Eesh, that does not feel great. Yeah, okay. Oh, he's fighting Toki. I think Toki gained too much health this turn. So might be taking 10 here. Let's see what the board looks like. 20... Ooh, Spiker didn't die. Yeah, that sucks. Hey, Nervy. Thank you for the sub. Welcome back. The Toki will live to try and get this board together. It just feels like you're too far behind on other boards, so... I'm trying to think what would need to happen for Toki to not be dead in a few turns. Don't have money, right? That's the problem. Ah. Look, it's money for Nosdormu. Lovely. Beacon, yeah, that works. We lost. Okay. He doesn't really need to keep that handless either, right? That shield. Wow, bro. You could have technically played those Murlocs first. Maybe you get Lasso and you steal. Nala is so good. I would say that Nosdormu, Lime, he just hit a line to stabilize, right? Nala to stabilize into base skill scam. We saw Mutinous, not Mutinous, we saw Millhouse do the same thing. So I would say that the combination of rolling Bran and then Wisdom Ball was amazing. Tripling your shiny ring would have been perfect here, yeah. It's gonna end on the Tidus, I'm guessing, and chilling. Always feels bad if you can't use your Mycologist value. But I don't think forcing it makes sense here. See, that's a fun board. Kerrigan with 2 Ultralisks. Yeah, he's just gonna kill Toki, I guess. I don't think Toki ever gets enough to live. Leave. Leave. That's a problem, right? If you don't have money, your comp just doesn't... Yeah. Like, just having one Painter and one Matriarch and then playing some cards, that does not do enough to keep up with someone that has an actual functioning board. But we did see that coming. Now, it's not necessarily his fault, right? That can just be how the cards fall. Usually there's something. You could technically hero power that Biker. It's not awful, because he's on 12. But you could maybe want another one, maybe. But it's kind of nice if it just attacks and buffs his board. Buying the shiny ring, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, are we cycling our buddy? It seems like it. Oh, that's huge. Love to see that. There's no brand to cycle that panda, unfortunately. Yeah, sure. That avalanche doesn't matter, right? Freezing for a Tidus? Maybe for the spells as well to get some mycologist value. Okay, so it looks like Jeef hit his deep blue stuff. He has the rat skill rogue now, so every time he casts his deep blue, he's gonna get permanent attack. Like, rogue really helped deep blues. Alright, Kazuya, I see you. Man, Waterloo feels so close to greatness here. He has a ghost round. I think he can pull it off. Yeah. Yep. This is just classic Kerrigan Infestor buffing shenanigans. It's still on tier 3, wow, yeah. That's really the tournament line, I guess. We're freezing that because we can cast another spellcraft on it. That's funny. Oh yeah, Avalanche on Jeef is crazy good. It's true. This live? I'm live, but the tournament was played this morning. Sorry, day 1 of the tournament was played this morning. Tomorrow at 5 a.m. will be the second part, and then Sunday 5 a.m. is the third part to the finals. Was live yesterday. Well, depends which time zone you're from. That was my morning. China man for his call. Whoa, 2 Zarjiras. Hey, we hit money. Yeah, that's true. And then he played Nala for a little bit, but now he's just going full Ellie. This is insane, bro. Like... Okay, he's just gonna triple the Zarjiros. Oh, you have to triple the Zarjira first, yeah. He has 85 seconds. He's not going to pay for another roll for a very long time. I guess he wanted UV here. UV allows him to just spam elementals and be fine. Does Greymane do anything? Lava's a 5, right? Bran is a 5. Greymane doesn't do much. You probably want to copy that, yeah. Ooh, he's not going to use Zarjira on that. Okay, he needed to sell an elemental so that selling the Cyclone... Sorry, he needed to sell a non-elemental so that selling Cyclone wouldn't trigger the lava here. But he's spamming a lot of cards, but he's not getting that much value out of it. That's the issue. So if he hits Master of Realities here, that's pretty sweet. If he hits UV, it's a little late, unfortunately. Oh my god. Go, just go. It's so hard, bro. Because he could stabilize here. Getting all the triples. Gold Sandstone. No Master. Armor would also be great. Okay. That's nice. Please. He needs to get Vine Climber down and the double magnetic. I'm assuming that he got it down and that we were just watching spectator lag. That's honestly really good last second thinking there. He's trying to figure out how to live. And Vine Climber with the 2 magnetics he had was pretty solid. Yeah. Looks like Waterloo's 1 ghost round wasn't enough. It's unfortunate. Yeah. Lime not getting there is tragic, but that's... Oh man, I really feel for him because that's such a tough game to be handed. Because you get this slow start where the Wisdom Ball doesn't really do it, and then you're getting the Golden Brand, and then it's like, oh, here's unlimited resources, but you're probably playing with some lag, and then everybody's watching, and yeah, that feels horrible. They do feel for him. So this is kind of like Deep Blue Avalanche, but with the Curator Buddy. So we're making a big unit with Deep Blue because we have the permanent buffs on the Amalgam if we throw it on the Curator minion. I answer that question every 10 minutes to throw us off. I do. This is AI. What do the stars mean? The tier. Which tier they're on. If you see on the stars on the shop, it's the same. I guess the icon is a little different. Yeah. Dog also didn't quite get online, right? Like, he had some scaling with Painter and then generating spells, which wasn't horrible. But it's not quite as good as having something like a Master of Realities and being huge. And then adding Scam. Like, he's just like medium size now. Is there an EU team? EU already played. Like last month or 2 months ago. XQN is the only EU player that made it through. There's going to be a big tournament at the end where all the top players get invited. These are like more qualifier tournaments, even though it doesn't really feel like that. These are huge like tournaments with the top players. But they're setting up a really fun event, the Chinese players. That's really fun to look forward to. But I cast that tournament as well. You can find that on my YouTube. Those are VODs. Okay. Looks like Dog is gonna live. It's just 7 damage, but not a great spot to be in. Dummit made it to the last day too. He did? Awesome. I don't remember. Maybe it was just XQN in that last... Oh, to the last day. Right. No, I was gonna say XQN Did he finish in top 4 or did he push for the win and landed outside of the top 4? Can't remember. It's a while ago. Okay, so Jeef is ready to give up on his avalanche here. See, this is really like if you're unsure on the pattern on these high level games, if you would just have an insane game, you're high rolling and all your units are big, then cool, right? Most of the time that's not going to happen. Most of the time you're going to have like a more normal game where, especially in these lobbies where there's a lot of pressure, you can't really go for like, oh, my whole board is big. So just concentrating all your stats on one big guy and then adding as many scam units as possible, especially the Murloc lobby, is really, really powerful. That's such a common thing because you can just recognize that pattern. Right, Sindore to remove the reborn off the curator minion is fair. I can see that. So what Jeef now did was just use his avalanche to make all the deep blues permanent. Have one huge cleave and the rest is just 6 scam units. And it's stronger than what Kerrigan is doing, because the Kerrigan does have a spread, but it's not a good enough spread, right? These units would have to be like 800 or so to be happy with like a full board of buffs. If your units are just like 200, they're gonna, like Jeef's cleave has 2000 damage. So you don't really care about things having 200 health. So it's much better to run scam instead of 200 health units. There is a Leroy here though. Ooh, that was a good hit for Jeef. We kind of saw him sit back, like a bit of relief, like, okay. My wildfire didn't destroy itself. It's a bit unfortunate that he's killing dog with that, but yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. Ooh, found a triple as well. So now we can play this for Venom and then buy that. Now, it's really fun to hold that in your hand with base skill, but Jeef would have to get a really good turn for that to be an option. Spore is not a horrible buy. He needs to end on a card, yeah. But if he finds base skill, he could keep the card. That's not Jeef, right? That's someone else's base skill. Alright. So what is this board? 2 1000. Yeah, so Fauna can do it. Because Fauna gets big enough, especially with Myrmidon. How do players chosen? How big are their teams? 8 each, 4 each day. I think the list is made like slightly informally, just like I think they are reaching out to someone like Jeef and say, who are 7 other people you'd recommend? Because I think that's how they got the EU players with XQN. But if Jeef's still here, he can correct me if I'm wrong. But if you look at the names, like on top of this, we're gonna have Beater, almost guaranteed. We're gonna have Awe Dragon. I think we're gonna have Fast Eddie. Like these are all just very high level players. Okay, so adding that little minion on the board to soak the Venoms. That makes sense. So instead of selling for scam, he's essentially selling for anti-scam. Which makes sense when you're this big. You just want anti-scam. Because his base skill killed something. And then you're gonna pop the bubble with that. Oh, oh well, honestly, like what can you do? You get outplayed, right? Like the Tav is just outplayed. At that point, you just say, okay, well played, sir. Well played. Like, no shot. This is why scam is usually not really a problem balance-wise. Because you saw now how that board of scam was just neutralized by adding a base skill and a little taunt guy on the board. And obviously, like the surprise mother, like the Sindore, that was obviously like very next level anti-scam. But still, even without the Sindore, that was like a solid, like, I'm gonna play around your scam. The Organized, thank you for the prime. Is Fast Eddie the guy who plays duos? I don't know. I think he plays almost solos. Educated Collins, you mean? Fast Eddie is not Educated Collins, if that is your question. Or he's also not Educated Collins' duo partner. I think those could be the possible questions, right? No, Fast Eddie is... Fast Eddie plays fast. It's all in. Go hard or go home. which is very fun. Eddie can have some really big swings in MMR if he's on a heater or not. Yeah, that guy in the chat is Educated Collins' duo partner. Or should I say, Educated Collins is Sapphire's duo partner. Dr. 86, thank you. Any builds you're hoping to see? Anything I'm not used to. We already saw an Ini pick, but it got absolutely destroyed, so I'm not too impressed. Last time the Chinese players brought us tier 4 Quill War, so I was hoping to see the equivalent this time, but I haven't really seen it yet, but it's still the first half of day 1. Yeah. So yeah, Jeef is bringing the scam, but there's too much health here. The cleave is doing a good job. Ooh, but those taunts are so good at nullifying it. And there's just too much health. There's too much damage on the Myrmidon. Okay, so we are going to be here for a while if the Tavish wins, right? Maybe one more. Maybe not. 14, maybe. The Tavish hero power is a big advantage to have here. These endgames are brutal. Yes, this is not something you want to play if you... Sorry, my youngest just got home. This is not something you want to play if you're just in the cart flinging moods, which I definitely am sometimes, where I enjoy, you know, good strategy, I enjoy building my board, I enjoy navigating the mid game, and sometimes I enjoy these end games, but not always, because they are very punishing, where you can have the lead all game and then have it taken away because you didn't adapt correctly. Oh, that was your kid? Yeah, sorry about that. So how does Jeef essentially get there? Because he just needs one turn, right? Yeah, leading with cleave is a bit dangerous, but you only have to catch him off guard once. And there was no taunted Leroy yet, right? So it seems like the Tavish is more playing around scam rather than trying to scam. So leading with cleave does make sense. The hero powered Sindore. And then he played the taunt. That just makes our base skill attack though. Does that make sense? Yeah, I like not having the base skill first. That's weird now, because if the Naga dies, yeah, now the base skill doesn't do anything. It's frozen, yeah. Leroy untaunted. Oh, big cleave. Okay, Jeef could get there this fight. Yes. No. Oh, it's on 185 health. He's always gotten there. 185 health means that he wins no matter what. Nice. All right. Jeef got him. All right, here we go. Doubleheader. Ooh, doubleheader is a really fun anomaly to watch, guys. I'll tell you why. It's one of the anomalies where planning ahead and just being very good at the game gives you some extraordinary mid-game board states. So it's a very good anomaly for skill expression, in my opinion. Now, depending on the types, there is definitely some RNG early, because if pirates or murlocs are in, finding economy is a big deal. Wait, why did we sell that? Oh, we're Millhouse. Okay. It's like, why did we sell that? Oh, we're Millhouse. Yeah. Now we don't have pirates or murlocs, so everybody's on a little bit more of an equal ground. The reason why pirates or murlocs are so insane is that if you buy the murloc turn 1, you have 4 gold on turn 1. Oh, Alley Cat is in. Okay, Alley Cat's still really good. Because having 4 gold on turn 1 is pretty outrageous. It means that you can buy much easier the next turn. Because you don't really want to level on turn 2 in doubleheader just because you miss your effect. But if the shop is too bad or you don't have extra money, you might still need to do it. But that's what I mean with, if you have an opportunity to buy, meaning that your shop is good and that you do have economy, in my experience, that's really nice. But it's a very low economy lobby, so I think we're going to see almost like I think 4 or 5 people leveled. Millhouse isn't going to level, right? Because Millhouse can easily buy. Arana can buy. Get more attacks off. So I think about half the lobby was able to stay down and the other half had to level. The advantage of leveling though is that you can now copy a 2-drop. So that is nice. 2 strike oils. Okay, respect. My man. My man right there, copying strike oil. That might be a bit too YOLO. Whelp early is fun, but it might just be, I was gonna say, Imp is too good if you have this kind of Avenge setup. Also, the Tavern buff applies to your copy, which is nice. Oh, he's Millhouse this turn. Dude, Millhouse hero power keeps throwing me off. I'm like, why did he sell that? Like, oh, he's Millhouse. Wow, Waterloo skips his thing twice. That is not a good start for Waterloo. Waterloo skipped his doubleheader proc twice. Like, going 3-on-3 really sucks. Like, you would much rather just copy Scout for money or something. Oh my god. He's gonna have to level roll, I think. He's gonna oil? Okay. It feels like he's running it down, bro. He is patchwork, but it feels like at least with level roll, you can sell the cat and get 2 4-drops, right? I don't think he's gonna catch up fast enough. Like, the oil is kind of running it down. Okay. And Hanso got a very mediocre triple. Oh, this is the Panda hero power, the Murloc Holmes. So he missed. Yeah. Yeah, this is that slow and steady I talked about, right? The Chinese guys, they do very safe, steady. Waterloo, on the other hand, let's go. I think, you know, Waterloo plays very solid, like, most of the time. So when does he stabilize? Because he can buy 2. It might still work out. I hope it works out. I mean, you guys know I love a good oiling, right? And Jiraxis on the Finley. Is that Jeef on the Finley? There's no Murlocs. It's a pretty good Jiraxis lobby. Usually you want to go Urzel with Jiraxis, so Murlocs are really annoying then. Having low health is good for the buddy on Patchwork. That is true. Still prefer not to have low health though. So the Alley Cat's a triple if he cares. But he's still on tier 2, the Panda. I feel like dogs, you could see a bit of a screen glare, so I feel like he was opening Deck Tracker. Like, he's checking like which 3-drops he can hit. It's funny, you could see it just like, you could see the screen changing on his face. The reflection. This feels like one of those cartoons when it's like, enhance! Enhance! Yeah. Dog's game kept crashing. Oh, that could be it too. The cat is just going ham on the chair. Yeah, maybe the game crashing is actually more likely, right? Then you can see a screensaver or whatever. Deck tracker allowed? Almost always, yes. But of course you can have a specific tournament where you say, I don't want deck tracker. I don't think that's the case here. Yeah, test getting that dragon. Really nice. Nice scratcher you have there, yeah. Okay, he did copy the cat and froze. Play the cat, buy the cat. Get another cat. 2 5-drops. Yeah, I guess if you buy 1 and then copy it again, that kind of works. Probably need Monstrosity, but we don't have rallies, do we? Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to just do it. Panda. Scope. Looking for a rally. Stegodon would be good. Honestly, I don't mind looking for Beast. The Stegodon gives rally to your Monstrosity as well. Like, I'm kind of down just scoping here. An early Greymane for Arana. Oh, Arana is really nice on this anomaly. It's a little like Toki, where you can spawn a high tier minion in the shop and then buy 2 of it. What do you think the best comp is in this lobby? Jiraxis, Urzel, or big elementals? Because there's no Naga for Charming, there's no Murlocs. I think Urzel's the best. There's no Mech either for Beatboxer Pivot. Golden Mama with 2 more oils. Did he copy another oil? Waterloo's just done. Well, he's got Golden Mama. Golden Mama's strong. I think he's just I think he just recognizes that he has Golden Mama, so he can take the oil. Like, to be fair, he needed to hit something high tempo, and Mama is about as high tempo as it gets. It's not really a build you play later in the game, but this early in the game it's strong. So he made this 4-on-4 work, which is really cool to see. Golden Test Buddy. It's not that good here. He's getting Millhouse Buddy. But it's just a 6-drop, I guess. It's probably not the Quillbore. I think I like the spell power, but there's also Hawkstrider with your Shiny Ring guy. But you may as well just increase the spell power. I guess you can make the golden version, yeah, sure. Are we selling out of a Hooktail? Yeah, so he wants to get the Test Buddy down, and he probably wants to buy that oil, okay. So this is discipline, I would say. Because the Hooktail is better for a longer time. But the Shiny Ring with the spell power is very interesting, because now you sold your only spell thing, and you're basically going spell power for not much reason. But it's fair. It's really hard to justify selling Hooktail when you're about to play 3 spells. Whoa, and Hanso is huge. I guess he has shop buffs, right, from those early Dune Dwellers, and then now the tier 4. Okay, dog gets a tie. Is this a live tournament? This was played this morning. Who is the low health now, says Patchwork. Here, my mama bear. Usually it's Sylvanas, but might not have been much good there. Yeah, Tess getting the golden Millhouse Buddy into Charmwing. Greymane to buff Charmwing. Not bad. He has so much money here. He was considering leveling for a second, but if you're buying double armor and you have the Greymane, maybe it's just Scout. But what are you selling then, right? Just out of your Hooktails. You have Poet too if you already want to get some Charming value. Yeah, this is looking sketchy for Panda. It's gonna have one huge master with all those dragons to end on. Ho 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 ho! Lime is kicking ass this game. That is great to see. Golden Titus, Golden Goldrin, and he's about to make Golden Hawk. I would say that's got like solid second place potential, where there's gonna be like one high roller that has too many stats, but the Goldrin comp can take second. Yeah, that's fun to see. But one of the underdogs has a like amazing game. Yeah, the all-in on Master worked for now. Unfortunately for Dog. Yeah, this is a fun POV to be on. Would you agree that the EU tournament was more about skill than high rolling? I do not have enough insight to make that statement. Usually when you say those things, you have to be like, you need to have some really high level of insight, bro. My instinct would be to say no, but I haven't seen enough of it, and my brain is severely scrambled today, so I don't think I can even think about it in those terms. But why don't you make your case? Maybe that's easier to interact with. Is the stream quiet? Yeah, so there's Chinese casters, right? So if I have the sound on, you're gonna hear this Chinese casters the whole time. So that's why it's off. But it's just me, right? That's why it feels weird. I mean, I'm quiet. Okay, let me see. I mean, is that the same for everyone? I don't really want to start fiddling with my settings if that's not really... I think that's the first person that asked. Maybe if I just don't have the microphone in my face. What is the question on the left? Question on the left. think it's fine. Makes the ads very loud, yeah. Yeah, I'm just talking more quiet. I don't want to mess with it. Sounds good. Yeah, like I'm just not talking very loud, so that's it. But then if I turn it up, then my volume is not well balanced for next stream. We just saw some huge New Zhao action. I guess gems do that a bit easier, yeah. Bye, Panda. That's Jeef, right? Jeef on the Finley, yeah. I love how... See, this is the high level stuff, right? Jeef is playing Jiraxxus, and he's going full Quilboar. Funny. But he has 2 Leroys now. He's getting ready for that end game. Huge New Zhao and then Leroy's. I think buddies are more high rolling. Well, buddies matter, but anomalies matter more than buddies. And high rolling your quest is also really important. I think that's kind of a tough one to just say, oh, it's just straight up better or worse. Oh, he's thinking about freezing the brand for golden next turn. Could also just rip the golden touch here. Oh, he's gonna force it this turn. Like a sell brand. Yeah. Oh, hits a Drakasat straight away, gets rewarded. You could technically freeze that, but probably not. It's really good value to get here. Actual Caligos game. Super nice. Freeze. I kind of like getting 2 of those reroll guys. We see a decent amount of Master being played in the tournament. More than I see on the live servers. Phoenix, thank you so much for the prime. But this is Jeef with his 2 Leroys. And this huge New Zhao. I feel like Low has also really increased people's appreciation for New Zhao. Low with the buddy and the New Zhao interaction is really good. Bonk. Jeef's in a bad spot. I mean, his comp is really good. But if his New Zhao gets Leroyed, it is a problem. The Tess actually has a good game, but the beast stuff is so good. Like, I want to see a fight with the gold runs. He went for the free spell. I think I would have preferred to reroll. Ooh, I think you sell your Whelp Smuggler for that, yeah. It's huge. Huge. Yeah, that's good enough to buy. You need something to buy with your guys. Plum, 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 plum. So he sold the lava here because he might find another lava here to get another reroll guy. Oh, we lost, yeah. Oh, dude, these are fun turns, chat. These are very fun turns. We bought New Zhao? We did? Oh my god, chat. We have to go. We have to go. Wait, what did we sell? Hold up. Rewind. Poet. Oh, Anomaly, okay. Does he have that much spell power that this New Zhao is relevant? I guess it's just for Leroy, yeah. I would love to play that beacon, yeah. Oh, a Stegadon comp from Waterloo. That's cool. I don't think we've seen that. Yeah, we haven't seen Cali, we haven't seen Stegadon, so 2 firsts here. Man, everybody's rolling a bunch of beacons here. I really love that card. I think that was a fun addition to the game. I want to see Arana. No, Arana's not in. Man, Waterloo grew a lot. Oh, he's fighting Stegodon, which is why he wanted to cleave. But he can't kill anything. Killing the mech horse early is good. But it's too much health from the Charming. Stegodon comp's not good enough here. Yep, Mama Bear on the board. Yeah, sometimes you just don't have anything else. Oh, here's Arana. Killing Jeef. That's tragic. It's just such an insane Golden comp, yeah. Look at that. Golden Wolf, Golden Chicken, Golden Titus. Just too good. So Charmwing first place, Golden second place? Feels like it. Because at some point Charming has too much health. You can't really Golden that anymore. I guess Master could technically get too much health as well. But he's fighting Tess first. Lime could buy cards towards Stegodon swap. He has nothing, right? That's tough. He has no economy. Titus is not for Stegodon. Goldrun is not for Stegodon. Oxstrider is not for Stegodon. Nice. That's like nice on paper, but in the real world, you're not really getting that pivot. How many matches per day? It seems like 7. Although I think last time it was 5, but maybe I'm misremembering. Right, we're Millhouse, that's why we're cycling the scouts. Yep. Yeah. Charming first and Goldrun second seems like a reasonable call. 2 spores. Yeah. Yeah, these end game boards are nasty. 1,900 on the Kelly, yeah. Oh, we're not dying. Look at that milk, chat. Look at that milk, baby. Casual 5,000 health. Kill the spore. Easy clap. Yeah, it seems more and more likely that it's going to be Charming first and Goldrun second here. Cool, Caligo's actually got there. Enhanso died to Ghost? Oh no, chat. Enhanso died to Ghost. Classic. Sorry about that. Kinda gross. Oh. The worst part is, I get bloody noses every time because I blow my nose too much. I'm gonna have to pause as well because I haven't been home all week and my oldest is like, Dad, are you home? So that's amazing as a father. You're cheering the wrong team? Sometimes you just have to appreciate skill, right? So obviously I'm biased, but if I'm seeing the skill, it's fair. Fair play. Yeah. It's an NA game, baby. Let's go. Oh, he did get a full Pultron transition. Look at you calling that. Did you watch the VOD? Yes. I feel like when people call stuff now, I'm gonna have trust issues, right? I guess it's not quite full Pultron yet, yeah. Yeah, we're not full Pultron yet. We're not there. We just need to not take 35, really. We're already not taking 35, that's fine. Voltron is starting to deal a lot of damage, but it's just not enough. Pretty much unlimited health. You had regular Voltron in hand already? I missed that. Where can you send me a video for Guess EMR? Yeah, it's kind of on a weird cycle. I don't think you're going to be able to send me one for this meta anymore. Not even close, yeah. So, Patchwork is kind of in between, right? Where he's some scam. He needs Stegos, yeah. This just feels tough. Golden News out, oof. Yeah. This is such a good tech by the Tess. Like, she does that really, really well. Having the Golden News out to play around the Beast players. Because that's really where it's going to become very difficult for the Beast players. The fact that he can just run this Golden News out. And he's going to be able to make it big enough with some shiny rings and maybe some spells. Excuse me. For consistent max attack. I mean, it's just a Macaw with Reborn Mana Saber. Reborn Macaw. It's just spawning more things. Maybe Taunt Divine Shield Mech Horse. It's also pretty good. Yeah, he just needs a little bit more buff on this Uzao. I guess it doesn't really need that Wind Fury Divine Shield. I think he can just roll a Scarab, give a Wind Fury, and then the Divine Shield doesn't matter as much. Okay. Waterloo saying, "You got me." So this is what I meant, right? Where even though obviously I want to give it to Waterloo, Lime at such a good spot that I think he does deserve second. I think it's hard to call first place on Goldren just because the cap is too low, but it was a very nice Goldren build. Stick it on could have worked. Yeah, but I mean the new Zhao is a very, very good counter. Like, you can't just assume that it's gonna work. Like, it's just such a... See, this is why it's so hard to just play anything versus these guys. Just having the having that Wind Fury Golden Uzao. It doesn't have Wind Fury yet. Still needs what's his face? Scarab. You gonna buy armor? No, right? Ooh, track is always nice. I gotta do that more often as well. Even when I'm playing dragons, just be like, oh, how do I lose? Okay. Just gotta run the new Zhao. After this game, I'm definitely gonna have to go say hi downstairs. But you guys can check the standings again, right? Oh, he has the Scarab. Bye, Scarab. Yoink. Oh. Said I was gonna... So I went to the States, right, for the week. Well, I say for the week. It's like fly one day, be there for 2 days, and then fly another day, kind of. Like, I left on Monday, I came back on Friday morning, so I was, you know, not really there. I said I would bring her something. Now she's like, Dad, where's the surprise? I didn't forget. Yeah. No Wind Fury for the new Zhao, but it's... oh, wow, we did pick it up. Nice. Bloop, 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 bloop. It just shuts it down. It's like, don't even try, bro, right? There's so much tech in this game that you can run. If you're in a really good position, you can just shut it down and say, like, no shot. I'm winning this game, no shot. Take your business elsewhere. Whereas, I think most people, myself included, would have just been like, oh, charming and popping off. And honestly, you probably still get there because you got 17,000 health. But the Wind Fury is out, just shuts it down and says, like, there is zero chance, my dude. Spirit of Friendship for this one. Yeah. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go a little faster through the games now, where I'll do a little bit of skip forward, depending on like normally I would just cast it without touching it because it's just the way how I would do it when it's live. But I think I've got about another hour or so, so I'm gonna compress this slightly, which is I think good for you guys. Then we're gonna get the highlights of the game. Okay, so we're playing Spirit of Friendship. Cookie's grabbing this. Like all this is like not that relevant, right? And tomorrow we won't be able to skip anything anyway, because then it'll be live. But I want to make sure that the entire thing is here. Okay, so we have the... Oh, he's just going in. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. Spirit of Friendship, you're getting 2 buddies. That's a big power spike. Oh, this is not the... This is just his hero power. Yeah, EDC hero power is on 2 for China quite often. That was also in the previous edition. There's a lot of tier 2 hero powering. Yeah, Dog also got his buddy out and got the Voon. Yeah, this seems... Excuse me. This seems very standard where turn 3 they're popping their buddy. So you go for cheap buddy in Spirit of Friendship and then turn 3 you get double buddy. Yeah, Cookie ended up going for Voon. Sure thing. ETC hero powered again. So seems very happy to go a little slower. Yeah, there's like decent tier 2 buddies for sure. We have a lot of health on the lurker, but nothing else. Yeah, you don't see a lot of fast leveling for the Chinese players. They seem quite happy to just follow a normal curve where you level on turn 5 to tier 3. Right, I mean, these fights don't really matter. It's early Elemental triple due to the Voon buddy, level to 4. We aren't Voon. Ooh. Yeah, I love that. I love how he's not really thinking about it too much. He's just like, yeah, see a brand, buy a brand. Okay. Hero power is 2 things here. Technically, you could just buy the damage coin and then buy another unit. Let's see if he does that. Yeah, okay. Tathalon, only 2 units. Is he on tier 4? Must be right. Almost guaranteed to press the buddy button next turn, Tathalon. Yeah, the ETC slow levels, but is doing well enough. Probably just start the turn with the buddy button. Wow, there's double thing. Wow, we're rolling here. Vine Climber's not crazy. Wow, what? Is he just rolling for a good spell to copy? Is he trying to get baller or something? That's a lot of rolling. I mean, it could just be Snake Eyes buddy. It's kind of okay, but the tempo option would be more like Yashiraj and then play some stuff. Yeah, Panda also going for that slow and steady curve. Okay, looks like he did press his buddy button. Ah, okay. So ETC was just fishing for Varanus the whole time because of the hero power. Sorry, because of the buddy. Okay, that actually makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Because when you have a tier 5 buddy, Varanus turns it into a 7-drop immediately. You can only discover from your tier, unless there's like some very specific exceptions. Like the Nobunda buddy can discover from a higher tier, I think. Okay, I guess I need to respect Varanus on ETC a little bit more. Did he win this round? He might have. Yeah, 23. But he's freezing Beacon because he probably loses. Golden and Hanso, buddy. I mean, it's early, but not great. Is he holding this buddy for a... I was gonna say, is he holding it for a 6? But awkward spot, yeah. Lord of Ruins built when you have Reno buddy is nice, but it might be too much of a pivot here. Like it might be too tough to get it going, but like okay tempo as well. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go for it. Okay. So he is just going in. That makes sense. Arcane Behemoth. Okay. But that's a big board for Cookie already. Had an early brand. Bloop. Golden brand. Yeah. Cookie's having a good time here, chat. It's Elemental Murloc lobby too. Rarran is so incredibly good in that. Elemental and Murloc are the two best battlecry types for sure. Pirates is also fine, but Elemental and Murloc are fantastic. You get Primal Fin, you get Mycologist, oops. You get Reroll Guy, you get Tavern Tempest. I would say Cookie is a favorite to just win the game here. We bought the Shiny Ring to have something to already buff our board should we hit Murkai, I guess. And because we have the Voon Buddy, we can just very slowly start goldening that whole Murloc comp, so seems like a solid way to win the game for Cookie. There's double Carapace here. What are we doing here as Jeef? This is a very interesting board for Jeef. It's gonna say it's not that insane. Oh, Carapace. Right, Carapace isn't scaled as spells. I was gonna say the spells are scaled by this Carapace, but that's not what happens. Over Humongous, okay. So he's not gonna keep them. Oh, he is. Does he just sell his buddy? No, out of a Carapace. Yeah, that's such a specific play for Jeef where I think he's not trying to win this game. He's just like, let me just make sure that I don't take damage for a while and then sneak into top 4. Okay, so Waterloo hero powered that Lord of Ruins, but it's nerfed and there's no beasts. I think Waterloo also is just kind of happy taking a second here. Okay, so we are... Wait, did we sell out of Arcane Behemoth? Wow. I guess Murlocs are in. Maybe with Murlocs in is too afraid. Because normally you want to have Arcane Behemoth and then Lava and then copy Arcane Behemoth and win the game. But it might have been too ambitious. Okay, so we're selling... Wait, is he evolving his golden? 6, maybe. Huh. Yeah, this Cookie game is going well. Very well. Oh, he copied Conch with that. Yeah, that's huge. Golden Painter out of nowhere. Okay. I don't think he's going to play Murlocs with Bream, yeah. Gonna have Golden. Oh, that's huge. Does he already get his spell power online here? Because you could technically use Voon Buddy to make Golden Drakari this turn. And then hold the spell power and copy that. Seems like that's what he's doing instead of playing it. Yeah. He's gonna have a lot of spell power. I don't know. You have Golden Drakari. Do you really want to hold those? Oh, he 8 base kill. Asparagus. Yeah, baller for money. Hard to argue with that. So I would love to get the Drakari and the Felfire on the board in the spot. Yeah. Seems like Jeef is just hanging on. Trying to hang on, at least. Had to pick George. Not a happy spot. The Golden Brand for the 5th freaking time. I mean, what are you gonna do? Not play Golden Brand? Like, yeah, I mean, the best strategy for economy, so of course we're gonna do that. Yeah, he doesn't really need the shield here. I guess he could just sell the Carapace. Sure, that's also fine. Pyramid Buddy, but it's probably not good enough with no Elder. Yeah. ETC for having 2 Zargiras. I don't actually love this board. Like, 2 Zargiras usually produces some highly illegal board states. This feels a little too fair. He just has Fauna, basically, right? Oh, yeah, he did copy the Felfire. Okay. But he played 1. Okay, yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Played 1 because he had another. Is the sound really low? So my voice is the only sound. There is no game sound because there's the Chinese casters in the background. But tomorrow I'm going to cast this with XQN. And it's gonna feel a lot more lively then because there's 2 people talking. Actually 3. Yeah. The XUN is bringing a friend. He just buys that spell here for money because he already has the shiny ring. Okay, he's selling them. He doesn't care about running 2. Fair play. So what are we looking for? Another mycologist is nice. Golden Murkai is nice. Oh, that was a... Oof, that is very good to get. I'm gonna say that was a golden mycologist. Yeah, it still feels like the panda is just memeing a bit. Like you have Janda's buddy and you're buffing with lava, I guess. Oh yeah, you can... Oh, with Avalanche, it's kind of cute. And then Janda's buddy buffing. Okay. Just needs damage, that's the issue. Yeah, 8 p.m. PST tonight for the NA folks, and 5 a.m. CET tomorrow for the EU folks. Full scam from Lime. That makes sense, yeah. He had a golden buddy really early on and didn't hit anything. It's one of those spots where you don't have many options. So the pyramids don't really have damage yet. I hope I got some distance. My oldest is like, my oldest is like, are you done now, Daddy? Are you done? So I'm gonna try to just go a lot faster, guys. I'm sorry, but I haven't been home all week, and I really wanted to catch up on the VOD. So I guess the main thing here is whether the pyramid finds damage. Okay, the cookie, we did say he was gonna be really favored, and he found the wait, what are those magic fins? Why does he have 3 in his head? Oh, he copied it. Wait, is that an exact copy? Can you do that with Voon? Can you link the channel VOD? Yes, yes, yes. I will finish it though. I will finish it, but I will just go a bit faster. But yeah, I can link it. It's Hoya. Let's see. I mean, end of turn Murlocs is just gonna crush this, right? For being real. Cookie pulled ahead early, and I don't think he's going to give up. And Jeef is the scam, but Jeef relies on some stats, right? And there's a Golden Cleave. Golden Cleave just shuts the scam down. So Jeef dies. Pyramid is still in, but I guess I want to see how big the pyramid gets, but I feel like the most like we could still watch it if it becomes like a tech war. That's kind of interesting there, but for now it feels like the Murloc guy will win simply because he also paid attention to scam and he has a Golden Cleave. So it's a little too good. Jeef's so tiny. Yeah, I mean, you can't win them all. You have to pick George. Like, you already know it's not going to be a great game if you have to pick George. And this guy just had an insane start, right? The cookie. That early Voon buddy. Alright. Dog with the anti-scam here as well. It's actually looking pretty good for Dog. The cleave is really far back though, but there, I guess. Oh, that thing is poison. Yeah, funny. Alright. Yeah, that's just Dog, and Dog dies here, right? Yeah. Man, Twitch is not good with these like playbacks. I understand why people say they prefer watching it on YouTube. I've been on Twitch for a long time. I love the platform. It's just for live it's great, but videos not so much. Alright, so for anyone who missed it, right, we did call it. The Murlocs got online, they're just gonna run away with the game. What? Clown Fiesta, it's audience choice. Although I have a feeling that they're gonna make some really boring picks, right? But let's dive right into this. Oh! Do it! Do it, dog! Do it! Do it! Do it! There's Rylak too. He's been given the choice here, chat. Honestly, these are both not great for him because switching hero power early on is not good for him right now. Okay, Braggart. There we go. Turn 1 Braggart. Everyone's like, oh, great. It's one of those games, huh? So everyone has a Braggart here, chat. Okay, this pick is whatever. It's really Rylak, right? The Braggart just gets played, yeah. He's like, well, I have to play the Braggart, otherwise I start losing. So just jam the Braggart for 3-2. That's amazing. That's actually amazing. Isn't Togwaggle gonna have a good time? Steal all the Braggarts, eh? Oh. Alright, chat. I'm going to have to wrap this up. So I'm gonna quickly glance through these games and I'm gonna then show you where to find it. But it's 2 more games, right? So I don't really want to do like a break. I had feared that today was gonna be a tough day to get the whole cast in. So but yeah, for some context, I wasn't home all week, so she really just missed her dad, and I can't really just be like, yeah, but dad has to like talk about cards first. So try to go faster. Yeah, see, I have done that once. X and Y. See it? And Y. Yeah. I guess the Braggart was already sold? Wow. Damn, we could have had Murkai Braggart. Huh? But I guess if it's not golden, it doesn't matter. Okay, Braggart was kept here. We'll see what the end game looks like with this. This Nagas from Sire. Lime died early. Again, sorry, this is like horrible casting, but I just want to get to the end. I want to see what happened. And then I have a good position to start casting tomorrow. But yeah, thank you everyone, right? This is actually really fun. I was able to catch up with it. So we do have Rylak, yeah. I already thought it was weird that we weren't going for Rylak. Generally Rylak with Braggart is pretty good. So Dog went for it, but unfortunately it's just too much scam from Curator. You believe this is the last game? Okay, there is some stuff here that looks game-like, which might be a rerun, but there's definitely more stuff in the VOD. So Jeef was Curator, yeah, he scammed Dog. And then 2 Chinese guys. Yeah, Fauna's pretty good. Fauna's a lot of stats. Oh, this is like... Oh, that Cobra is annoying. Myrmidon takes it. Okay, so just big Myrmidon. Okay, that is the final game, yeah. So this is just like random replay then. So here we have it, guys. So Jeef will be advancing to Sunday. He'll be in the finals there. Honestly, pretty close, right? 41 points, 40 and 37. Well, thank you very much for watching, everyone.